We are looking forward to the adoption of the EU's 19th sanctions package, and we expect that among the main targets of the sanctions will be Russian energy resources and infrastructure. We are also counting on corresponding sanction measures from the United States. We also welcome the opening of the European Parliament office in Ukraine, which will strengthen coordination between our parliaments, the Ukrainian Parliament and the European Parliament. It is important that the European Parliament has always consistently supported sanctions against Russia for this war, and Europe's leadership in these issues truly matters. We are looking forward to the adoption of the EU's 19th sanctions package, and we expect that among the main targets of the sanctions will be Russian energy resources and infrastructure for trading them, but also the Russian banking sector and various circumvention schemes exploited by Russia to fund the war. We had a substantive discussion on how to make Slovakia's and Hungary's positions more aligned with the European stance, as they still have some energy dependence on Russia. We are also counting on corresponding sanction measures from the United States. Putin must feel that his intention to continue the war, to continue strikes, and in particular, to transfer destabilizing activity to countries like Poland or Romania. All of this will mean pain for Russia. If Russia does not feel pain, it wages war. They must experience greater economic, political, and other losses so that we can finally move closer to peace.
As I said in the Verkhovna Rada this morning, you will never walk this path alone. We will only strengthen our resolve and our support. Together we can prove to the Russians that their actions will not go unanswered, and together we will do this to deter them and ensure peace. How will we do this? First of all, we will continue to weaken the Russian military machine through coordinated and strong sanctions. We are currently working on the 19th sanctions package. Negotiations are ongoing. We will boost our humanitarian, military, and economic support for Ukraine. We will strengthen our cooperation with international partners and invest in Ukraine's own production. We are also ready and are approaching making this a reality, to completely move away from Russian oil and gas, to find reliable and secure partners. And we are also hitting the Russian shadow fleet. Let me conclude by announcing that the symbol of our commitments is that we literally just finished opening our office here in Kyiv. We wanted to bring Europe closer to the people of Ukraine. I also want to assure you that the majority in the Parliament is for Ukraine to take its place in the European Union. We support all efforts, all negotiations, all discussions so that the first clusters can be opened.
We have received more than $2 billion from our partners specifically for the PRO program. We are receiving additional funds for October. I think we will have about $3.5 to $3.6 billion. The first two packages for $500 million each. As far as I understood your question, and what will be in these packages, I will not speak about all the detailed contents of the packages, but there will definitely be missiles for Patriot and for HIMARS in these packages. 4 main directions were chosen by Russia according to all documents, according to all intelligence data. And yes, in principle, we didn't know only the sequence, but essentially it happened. The Sumy direction, the Sumy offensive, the Novopavlovka operation, the Pokrovsk operation, as one of the main, and the Zaporizhzhia direction. These are the 4 where we saw relevant data. The Sumy operation failed. They suffered great losses, primarily in personnel, and today, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, hypothetically tomorrow. But as of today, they have abandoned this direction and redirected their assets and personnel to another direction. I believe they suffered even more losses there. We will say what another direction in the next 2 days.
We see EU membership as a form of security guarantee. It is a commitment to be part of a group of states that are not only an economic power but also a security one. I can say that every country that wants to join the European Union also does so to be ready.
If Russia decides to repeat aggression, a very clear, specific list of sanctions and reconstruction must follow. This is about frozen assets and so on. I can give you one example during the war to illustrate how complex this is. Yes, security guarantees will be during peace. But, for example, during the war, the current cost of this war and the challenges we have now. The cost of 1 year is 120 billion. 60 billion is given by the Ukrainian budget, and 60 billion I need to find for the next year. I hope we will end this war. But in any case, Plan A is to finish the war. Plan B is 120 billion to be spent. And that is a big challenge.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले.
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.